I'm sorry.
Okay to hit your wife, first of all.
Where does Allah say that?
Quran 434.
If your wife, and I'm not saying you guys are married or not, but I'm just saying if your wife is out there doing immoral acts, well, you are not just going to sit around and not give her advice or stop her from that, right?
Correct.
You're going to, so first thing, the Quran doesn't say hit them. It says to go and advise them foremost, with love, with sincerity. If not, then don't sleep with them. Separate, give them a taste of separation to stop that immoral act. And if not, then finally strike them lightly. Don't hit them, don't beat them. Sure. No, I'm proud of the Quran. And this is not a contradiction. We're just talking about a verse from the Quran. You still haven't shown it, okay? Lightly. But if they obey, if they are doing righteous from what God has sent, then seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is all exhausted and granted. Now, you just take this verse that says that first you advise them, then what do? You separate your bed, then even if you do hit them, it's got to be lightly, it can't be brutal. And compare that, wait, I'm sorry, let me finish now because I looked at the verse you had. Now, let's look at the same concept that we can find in the Bible for beatings, right? And if a man sells his daughter to be a female slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do. Then she does not please her master to whom he's betrothed to her for himself, then he shall let her be redeemed and shall have no right or sell to a foreign people since they have dealt deceitfully. So if he takes his daughter and sells her in slavery, then she has to make sure that she is now doing what the slave master asks of her. If you look at this, if you look at the beating of slaves, as I've already mentioned, right? If somebody curses their father or their mother, they shall be put to death.
Yeah.
If somebody curses their parent,
exactly
they're put to death. You shall not permit a sorcerer to live. If somebody is homosexual, their punishment is also death. If you look at all of this, that verse is nothing compared to the beating of slaves with rods and killing them. So don't, I'm just saying, don't use a double standard. If you're going to defend this and saying beating of slaves to death was justified for some reason, then admonishing and advising your wife cannot be your objection to the Quran. Go ahead.